Hey guys, this is Rachel from Cypress Textiles, and today we're going to make the palm tree square from the 2018 Vibrant Vintage Crochet Along. This is from week 9, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm using Shape Just Soft Fun, and this is actually Soft Fun denim. So I'm going to make my slip knot, put it on my hook, and do 3 double crochet. Go into the first chain, the third chain from the hook, with a slip stitch to make my ring. And you can make your ring however you like, if you prefer to do 4 chains or a magic circle, whatever you prefer. So in our ring, we're going to make a beginning 4DC cluster. So what is that going to consist of? It's going to be a beginning DC at first. So you're going to go straight into making a single crochet and a chain 1, and then we're going to make basically a 3DC cluster. So the beginning DC counts as the first leg of your cluster, so that it's a beginning 4DC cluster. So to make the 3DC cluster, to finish this out, we're going to yarn over and insert the hook, pull up a loop, and draw the yarn through 2 loops on the hook. Then do the same thing again, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, draw the yarn through 2 loops again, and once more. Insert the hook, pull up a loop, draw the yarn through 2 loops on the hook. And now we have 4 loops, our beginning DC loop, and then our 3 loops from our 3 DC cluster. And now you're going to draw the yarn through all 4 loops and chain 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we're going to do a entire 4DC cluster. So not a beginning 4DC cluster, but a whole 4DC cluster. So yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop, draw the yarn through 2 loops, and we're going to do that 3 more times. Okay, and once more. Okay, now I have 5 loops on my hook because I have my leading loop to start out with. And then I've got the 4 legs of my 4DC cluster. So now we're just going to draw the yarn through all 4 loops and chain 4. All right, and that is our repeat. 4DC cluster, chain 4. I'm going to do that 2 more times, and then we're going to be ready to join our rounds. Okay, so I'm at the end of my round now, and I've got the 4 chains on the hook ready to join into my cluster. And let me show you guys how I join into a cluster. Insert the hook through all of the loops that made up the cluster, so all 4 of these loops that made up the cluster, and then do your slip stitch, pulling through all 4 of them. So now your slip stitch lies kind of in line with those 4 loops, and it just disappears. And it also puts you in a position where you're ready to work into your chain space, which is what we want, because our next round is going to start into that chain space with a beginning DC. So we're going to go straight into a single crochet and a chain 1. That's our beginning DC. And we're going to make 6 more double crochet in this chain space. So we're going to have 7 double crochet in the chain space altogether, including the beginning DC. All right, so I've got 5. I need 1 more. 6. Now we're going to chain 1. Okay, and then just go ahead and go straight into making 7 double crochet in the next chain space. Okay, I've got 4. And 7. Okay, so now I've got 7 double crochet in the chain space, chain 1, and that's our repeat. So twice more, we're going to make 7 DC and then chain 1, and then we'll be ready to join our round. Okay, so my round is finished, and I have my chain 1 on the hook, ready to join into this first beginning DC here. So I'm going to go ahead and find the chain space of my beginning DC and make a slip stitch into it, making sure not to tighten up on that slip stitch. Okay, so what we're going to do next is not into the joining stitch, but into the next stitch, we're going to make a beginning DC. So go straight into your single crochet and chain 1. And see your joining stitch is left unworked at this point. Now you're going to chain 1 again, and then in all of these remaining 5 DC, we're going to make DC chain 1. So DC chain 1 all the way till we're done with all of the DC for this chain space. Okay, and we're gonna just continue this actually all the way around. So you're gonna make in every DC, you're gonna DC and then chain 1. Okay, so my round is done, and I've got a single, I've got a chain 1 on the hook right now, and I'm ready to find my beginning DC chain and slip stitch into it to join my round. All right, and next we're going to work straight into this chain space. So we're gonna make a single crochet round. Go straight into making your single crochet, make a single crochet in your next stitch, and then a half double crochet in the next chain space. And now we're at the center DC of the 7 double crochet that you have here, and that's gonna be our corner. So in this corner, you're gonna work DC, chain 3, DC. Now you'll work a half double crochet in the next chain space, and then 5 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now you're going to skip over this center chain space and just work 5 single crochet again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now in this next chain space, make your half double, and then we're at our corner again. Double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, and I'm going to back up and show you guys what this looks like. So that's how our side is going to look. So the next thing you're going to do after you finish that corner is jump straight into your half double, and then 5 singles, skip this center chain, and then 5 singles again, a half double in the chain space, and then in your corner, DC, chain 3, DC. Okay, so my round is complete, and I've got my my last single crochet here, and I'm ready to join in the first single of the round with the slip stitch. Okay, and so in our next stitch, to start the next round, I'm gonna make a single crochet. So just go straight into that single crochet, and then chain 2, skip 2, and single crochet, chain 2, single crochet for the corner. Chain 2 again, skip 2, single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single, and that's what we're going to do all the way around. Skip 2, single, chain 2, skip 2, single, and now chain 2, and we're at our corner again. Single, chain 2, single. All right, so that's how our side is going to look. I'm going to back up and show you. So it's just going to look like this. So now my round is done. I've got chain 2 on my hook and ready to slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round. Okay, and now we're going to make a half double crochet round. So in our next chain space here, we're going to make 3 half double crochets, and that starts with a beginning DC. So we're going to single crochet and chain 1. Even though we're working with half doubles, it's still the best way to get up to the height of a half double is just the beginning DC. So it'll just kind of squat down for a half double, or it'll stand tall for a double crochet. So either way, you're going to use single crochet, chain 1, or whatever half double crochet method you prefer to, maybe you like to chain 2, whatever you like to do to get up to the half double crochet height. So you've got your beginning DC and your 2 half doubles in the same space, and then in the corner, make your half double crochet, chain 3, half double crochet, and then 3 half doubles in the next chain space. And all of these 5 chain spaces will get 3 half doubles. Okay, So our corner looks like this. You've got half double, chain 3, half double for your corner, and then 5 chain spaces with 3 half doubles each. Okay, so my half double crochet round is complete, and I'm ready to join into the top chain of that beginning DC with a slip stitch. And now we're going to make our final round. So you have a few stitches before your corner. So just get all those stitches there with a single crochet, jump straight into your single. It's 3 stitches before your corner that you're going to have to single crochet into. And now you're at your corner and you're going to make 5 singles in that corner. All right. Now in all of our stitches, and you have to be careful here because these are half doubles, which sometimes it can be a little difficult to figure out where to work into. Go straight into the top of this half double. It looks like a chain, but it's really the top of your half double. See, now that's where I put my single, and you can see my half double leads up to that part. So that is a top. And then this next stitch, this next part right here that looks like a chain is the top of this half double. So that's how you get all of your stitches worked into. And if you just work straight into this one, you're going to skip that first stitch and your stitch count will be off. So just make a single crochet into all of the stitches across to your next corner, and in your next corner make 5 single crochets. Alright, so my final round is complete. I'm ready to join into my first single crochet with a slip stitch. Pull up my tail, cut my tail, and then I'm ready to weave it in. So with my slip stitch laying flush over the final, over the first single crochet of that previous round, I go back to front through the left, the stitch to the left of the joining stitch, grab my tail and pull it to the back, and I went through both loops there. Then in the stitch to the right of the joining stitch, go back to front through a back loop only this time, and grab your tail and pull your tail to the back. So back loop only from back to front, and then pull your tail to the back all the way until your tail is completely disappeared. Okay. All right, and that is the completion of the palm tree square from the 2018 Vibrant Vintage Crochet Along. I hope you guys enjoyed this square, and I'll see you guys next week for the next one. Bye guys, happy crafting.